Alright, what is up everybody? Welcome back to Dynasty Warriors 8 Chaos Mode. I'm going to go ahead and get it started up here. I just want to kind of go ahead and get into my topic. So, a buddy of mine turned me on to Chris Chan, who, if you're not familiar, is probably one of the most bullied people on the internet ever. Maybe number one. And as of right now, I believe he is still in prison. For what I will not tell you. I want you to look this guy up. I want you to look him up and I want you to read about him. There's a guy who has, and Chris Chan can be a little bit creepy. He's an autistic man. He claims to be high functioning. He's high functioning in the sense that he can talk and move around of his own volition. But I don't know. I am gonna go ahead and play as Lubu again. To me, I just don't think it makes sense to play Hulao Gate and not play as Lubu. Alright, we should have our trusty steed here. He's stuck on something here. Among men, Lubu. Among horses, red hair. Anyway, my buddy turned me on to this guy, Geno Samuel, who has committed a very, very sizable chunk of his time, and I have to say I do find this a bit creepy, to documenting basically the life story of Chris Chan. And I've always said, I think you give anybody a chance. Human beings are infinitely interesting if you give them the chance to be. If you really take an open-minded perspective, people can be really cool. Or not necessarily cool, just interesting. They can be really cool too, but I would not say Chris Chan is necessarily cool. I'm getting to that. But to see this guy who went from really, I'm on part 7 as of recording this. There's 65 parts out right now, and these are feature I'm trying to put it, feature length. It's 40, 45, 50 minutes an episode. Damn near all of them. Every single one I've done so far. Anyway, I have found this. It's morbid. It's creepy, but like a train wreck, I cannot look away from it. Now that I've started, it may take a while, but I will go all the way through it. I hesitate to even talk about what I have seen, just because I feel like everybody should watch this. If you think that trolling is fun or it's harmless, you need to look at this guy. you know, notwithstanding the thousands of people that have killed themselves or hurt others or whatever due to bullying, but to the hundreds of thousands more that it is just broken. Chris Chan is broken. And to watch him slowly break is a hell of a thing. I decided that in a world of negativity, I am going to be kind. If I have to go out of my way to do it, I will. But that's what I want to do. It's what I'm going to do. So, and it is in part to this. I believe heavily in putting out the energy into the world that you want reciprocated. If you want people to be kind and empathetic and patient with you, you need to be kind and empathetic and patient with them. Doesn't mean take shit. Doesn't mean be a yes man. People pleaser. There's a very different thing. I've been guilty of being a people pleaser myself. Just doing anything and everything that people ask of you, just because you basically letting people take advantage of your nature, and playing along with it. That's a people pleaser. I encourage everybody within the sound of my voice right now, and share this if you can. Choose kindness, because it is very, very rewarding. I just got a weapon called Ego Booster. Odd. I am taking my time a little bit. I am trying to hurry a little bit. There is a time-sensitive objective to this one. You may have noticed it before I clicked on the mission. I don't know if you're just listening or watching along. We do need to go out of our way to save the guys in the top right here. The Dongguo forces. We will have a cutscene here in a second, I do believe. Okay. We do not. Oh man. I thought this campaign might be a freebie. I can still get stun locked though. Let's get it. Okay. Now, as Lubu would say, instead of dealing with these vermin, I'm gonna run up here and make sure I save these guys. Come on. Don't block, son. You know, a lot of people talk about deserving. Throw that word around. Deserve. Talk about these law cows is what they call them. People like Chris Chan and Wings of Redemption and Dark Side Phil. I'm very familiar with Wings of Redemption because I was a legitimate fan of his way before people decided that they hated him. Of course, people have always disliked him. I have been familiar with DSP for a great number of years. I didn't become familiar with him until the trolling had already started. Because that's how I became familiar with him, was the "this is how you don't" plays. But I didn't watch those and think, oh man, what a terrible person, this guy is awful. I looked at those videos and I laughed and I thought they were hilarious. I still think they're hilarious, a lot of them. Now, you know, that he knows that they are inevitable and he's legitimately 40 years old, he doesn't react that way a lot of the times. But really, well, I hope I don't lose. Nope. Accidental pause. Just get the riffraff here. But I don't think that these people deserve, once again bringing back that word, deserve a lot of the stuff that happens to them. I really do not. Now if you can mess with somebody even at their expense and it still be just good-hearted fun, I dare say. If you make a joke at my expense or whatever, and maybe it hurts my feelings, maybe I took it too seriously, whatever, but to just barrage people with the most cruel personal insults, send strippers to their house, you know, in the case of Chris Chan, who is autistic, once again, high functioning, I wouldn't say that. And I've known quite a few autistic people in my time. As far as autism, he's probably one of the worst off autistic people I've ever seen. But and he's very gullible as well, as come to find out. That's the trolls just tortured him by claiming to be people that they weren't. Tortured. And it seems like he fell for it damn near every time. But if you legitimately get your kicks from that, and you somehow delude yourself into thinking that you are doing the world a favor or something like that. You have very, very serious problem with you, in my opinion. We all have our rough patches and our issues and the things that bother us. And sometimes we don't take that out in the healthiest of ways. People that do a lot of this trolling, I legitimately believe that most of it comes from they are very displeased with their own life, unsatisfied with it in some way. Maybe it's not terrible, but it's just not enough. And so they take it out on others. Some people are just cruel by nature. I've known several people like that before in my life too. And that plays a factor in it. Then sometimes it's both. But it's much harder. It's much harder to choose kindness, but it's so much more rewarding. It really is. When you make a new friend or you make somebody smile and you make their day, it feels a whole lot better than making somebody break down and cry. So I just wanted to, I guess I've been ranting about that for a while now. I'd be very curious to hear some opinions on this if anybody has any to share. It's just been on my mind the last couple of days. I have a rough idea on how the Chris Chan story ends, and I know enough of the beginning, but I do want to continue to see the middle. So that's what I'm doing. My spare time, I've been watching these, man. It's morbid. It's hard to watch a lot of the times. Alright, I guess that'll do it for now, everybody. Next time we will do the Uprising of Chen Gong, and I will play somebody else next time. So I hope you'll join me then. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye for now.